Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video, and it's finally happened. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I think I am just some random crazy person. I tried getting into an Antorus heroic pug, and you know what happened? I was asked if I had a trinket, and then told I wasn't welcome because I didn't. So it was kind of something I was expecting. Anyone who played, I believe it was, no, it wasn't Miss, it was Warlords of Draenor with the rings, will know what I'm talking about. Having the rings just be super strong, and basically it was a case of if you didn't have the ring, you weren't invited to the raid, and it was a major thing for people, because honestly, why would you bring someone that hasn't got it? They were looking for a couple more people with trinkets because they didn't have enough to get a decent uptime on their trinkets. And actually, immediately I went to forums. I went to ask people, or at least read what people think about it, and how much of a DPS increase it actually is. Because that's another really big thing with this, is that it might just be balanced and people aren't actually sure about it. And what I was reading is that it's equivalent to a 3 to 5% damage increase while active. So that's not even like, that's tiny. I can't even explain it. For those of you that aren't sure what I'm talking about, the trinkets, i.e. there we go. Golganus Thunderous Wrath, when empowered by the Pantheon, effectively are powered by 6 of these trinkets. Your auto attacks cause an explosion of lightning damage, dealing X amount of damage to all targets within 8 yards and lasts 15 seconds. That's obviously the Agi one. There's the legendary one, the unique one, and then, as I said, there's caster ones, there's healer ones, there's tank ones, whatever. And aside from like personal issues with the tank ones, because I know people aren't a big fan of them ones, there have been quite a lot of people not happy about these. And when I'm talking to Mythic Raiders about them, they're like, yeah, we don't care about them. We're going to need them later on, but right now we're kind of ruffle stomping, and actually most people in our group have got them because of splitting. So those of you that don't know what splitting is a case of you'll bring like 3 or 4 of your mains to a raid, or maybe even more, but like at the start of a raid tier you'll bring X amount of your mains and then fill the rest of your group up with like socials and alts and things like that. Go through and clear the raid on normal and heroic, then do the same thing again on... So if I was bringing my main, I'd bring my ult to the next like 7 runs, and effectively you just keep farming them up until all of your mains have got like tier sets and trinkets and whatever. So most mythic groups have already got these bonuses pretty consistently, and this is how I'm able to speak to them and be like, how much of an increase is it really? And the answer is not much. However, pugs are going to see it that they want the best opportunity with people that they don't trust to perform on a good basis. It's the same reason why in Mythic Plus it can drop 900 eye level gear, but you're still going to need 900 eye level to get into the run, because people don't trust people that they haven't played with. And that's unfortunately a huge big problem with this, is that everybody by week 3 or week 4, maybe even not that long, are going to be like, right, okay, yeah, you can't really come because you haven't got the trinket, or you can't really come because you haven't got this, or whatever. And unfortunately we can already see this problem happening. It's happened already today to me, in the week, like the first week isn't even over. Sorry, the second week isn't even over yet. And this is a major issue that I think... I like the idea of like the WoD legendary rings, where it was kind of a mass raid proc. It required a bit of coordination. However, eventually it was just, okay, pop it during Bloodlust and we'll heal more, or we'll do more damage, or whatever. And that was basically it. There was no skill to it. Now it's an RNG proc, which means that it could proc at the worst possible time and the best possible time. I was talking to a Rep Pally, who obviously a big chunk of their damage comes from sort of Crusade and things like that. And he was like, yeah, it sucks for me, because ultimately I'm just going to wait for, like, if it procs during Crusade, brilliant, I'm going to get some extra damage out of it. If it doesn't, I'm just going to sit there and look at my nice pretty proc while nothing else really happens with it. And that's a huge issue, because, ow. It's just a purely RNG based proc. And I really dislike the fact that it's RNG, I would be okay with it maybe getting empowered more so if you had more people with the trinket. So similar to the legendary rings in WoD. But obviously that's not the way they've gone with it, and unfortunately this is just going to lead to more people being stuck out of raiding. Imagine someone that's a normal raider that's gone, do you know what, this is the raid where I want to try and clear Heroic, get that ahead of the curve, maybe even get into Mythic, and by the time Mythic's finished, get that cutting edge. Imagine that's your goal as someone who's been casually clearing normal and Heroic. All of a sudden, like, you haven't got a Titan Forged 990 trinket plus? Yeah, sorry, not interested in bringing you to our raid. And that's ultimately the direction it's going to be taking. So guys, let me know what your opinion on this is. I'm not a big fan of it, if I'm completely honest. I think it kind of just shuts out people in a way that it really isn't necessary. If you're going to do something like that, I would say, rip. I would say do it as something. So I had a bit of an idea for it. You have like the trinket, the legendary ring that drops from, or that you get as a quest reward for killing Argus for the first time. So change that into one of the trinkets, and it's a trinket based on your class, and it gets upgraded every week so that everybody has these trinkets, and it gets upgraded based on different things you can potentially do. It gives a little bit more to do about it and manage to it, but actually that could be a really cool thing, and everybody has it then. So you're not secluding anybody. And I think that could be really cool. You could still have Aman'Thor's Vision, the level 1000 one, that's basically an Arcano Crystal on steroids, and do it as a rare drop from Argus, which means effectively you could get your Pantheon trinket, which is just a free one that you get for killing Argus the first time without the trinkets, and then from then on you have a chance to just go straight to eye level 1000 with this legendary one. That, in my opinion, would make it a lot cooler of a mechanic. But yeah, so like I said guys, let me know what you think, and yeah, so thanks for watching guys, and catch you later. Goodbye.